Good afternoon. Welcome to the 4th annual celebration of International Women's Day here at the State House. On the behalf of Center for Somali Women's Advancement, I would like to thank to each one of you for being here today in commemoration of International Women's Day. Today we are joining millions of people around the world who celebrated yesterday for International Women's Day, which is March 8. Celebrations for this day happen in different ways in different parts of the world. Some places like China, women have the day off of work. Yeah. In our city, it all started 4 years ago when I organized the first event of its kind here at the State House. And 4 years later, the result was that there have been at least 4 other events throughout the city yesterday and last night. Unless we start doing things will not get done. But by doing things together, we can turn brilliant ideas into impressive outcomes. I would like to recognize the important work done by organizing committee and their combined effort to make this beautiful event happen in a short period of time. I'm proud of everyone who supported the Center for Somali Women Advancement in this effort. I would like to appreciate the support, encouragement, and financial resources by members of the largest Somali American community here in Central Ohio. It's estimated that there are more than 45,000 Somalis in Central Ohio. I am very proud to be a member and leader of this dynamic community. So the Somali women leaders at this event were instrumental in making this occasion happen. Thank you. I would also like to thank the dignitaries who participated in this occasion. Senator Sherrod Brown, who sent me a video message, Councilwoman Ellen Bailey, who's here, former Ohio House Representative Marion Harris, a representative from Chase Beatty's office, and a representative from Governor Case's office. I would like to appreciate the support, encouragement, and recognition for this important occasion by the President and all members of the Columbus City Council for passing a resolution. I am particularly grateful for the Honorable Councilwoman Tyson and Bailey for introducing this resolution, which marks a milestone in our city. I am honored to accept this historic resolution on behalf of all Columbus women. And I look forward to working with all of you in making the International Women's Day a birthday to remember for all. In a world where a third of women will experience violence at some point of their lives, where women hold only 19% of the parliamentarian seats around the world and account for 70% of the world's poor, the Center for Somali Women, in partnership with diverse Ohio women leaders, will have come together to ensure that 8 March is a high-profile calendar date that invigorates public demand for better Ohio women and girls. Together we can make a platform public awareness campaign for International Women's Day in Ohio. Through a program involving the most prominent women in Ohio, we celebrate the achievements of women in Ohio each year by recognizing the contributions of diverse women and by calling for a better society where gender parity is and politics, education, health, employment, family life, media, and culture is a lived reality. At Center for Somali Women's Advancement, we will work hard to realize this ambition. We want International Women's Day to preempt every area of life and be positioned firmly in the public consciousness in Ohio. But we cannot do this alone. We need partners in the media, artists, entertainment, politics, sports, businesses to take up to the battle for equality. I hope that this International Women's Day occasion becomes a birthday party to remember for all. We hope that you will be joining us, millions of others every year, to celebrate the role of women in society, advocate for further progress, and raise our voices in solidarity with women all over the world. And here, each year, we select a group of women or individual women leaders for International Women's Day Leadership Award. Today, we will recognize the achievement and contributions of one woman and her remarkable contributions to our city and community. This woman is my friend, Guadalupe Velasquez. I would like now to call to the podium the Columbus International High School students to start with a pledge of allegiance. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. International Women's Day, being international, this reminds us all we are all Americans. And now I would like to call my friends and members of the committee, planning committee for the International Women's Day, to moderate the rest of the program. I will call Chen Wu. She's a co-owner of the Senche Tea Salon. She served in the U.S. Navy as an officer from 2002 to 2006. Thank you, welcome.
Thank you, good afternoon. How's lunch, everyone? All right, let's give a round of applause to the wonderful caterers that supported this event. Okay, our next part of our program, we have a panel discussion about empowering women. Here to moderate the panel is Nancy Pion. She's a successful local businesswoman and a dynamic leader around the Ohio community. She's also a board member of Girl Scouts of Ohio's Heartland. Please give a warm welcome to Nancy Pion.
Thank you and welcome everyone to this wonderful event for International Women's Day. We really appreciate your attendance this afternoon. I have the true pleasure of moderating the panel of these inspiring women today, and I'll introduce them. You have some information about them in the program, and they will be available for the networking portion of this program. Thank you. First, I'd like to introduce founder and president of My Project USA, Zurka Abid. If you could please come to the stand. She's a mother, writer, and public speaker. and social political activist, a community organizer and a campaign consultant, and a small business owner. She's a strong believer of the community of power. Her core work has always empowered as a focal point for the youth and empowerment for the entire community. She's a founding president of the Muslims of Ohio Political Action Committee and also a graduate of North Carolina State University. Welcome. Next, I'd like to introduce Sandra Brogdon. She's a humanitarian, journalist, mother, and wife, dedicated to the confidence of girls, and president and CEO of Role Model Magazine. She likes to empower and the most expression of herself and women and girls. She's the next generation of female leaders, and she's also globally connecting women and girls in all walks of life. Welcome, Sandra. Next, I'd like to welcome Miss Miriam Douale. She was born and raised in Somalia. She's lived in the United States for 15 years and Columbus for 8 years. She has a huge advocate of the health needs of marginalized communities, and especially for the women and children. She has a BS in Nutrition and Community Health from OSU and an MPH in Prevention Sciences for Emory University. Her recent research is on mortality rates and associated risk factors in research in Somalia. This is a devastating maternal and health situation in Somalia, and which is one of the worst in the world. She's returning back to Somalia next week to work with the Department of Public Health and Somalia's Ministry of Health as a nutrition advisor. Welcome. Finally, we'd like to do a special recognition and welcome of Master Sergeant Tamara Gonzalez. Ms. Gonzalez is the first sergeant of the 121st Logistics Readiness Squadron, Rickenbacker Air National Guard Base in Columbus, Ohio. As a 121st LRS First Sergeant, Master Sergeant Gonzalez is responsible for the morale, welfare, and conduct of all the enlisted members in the LRS squadron. She also serves as a primary advisor to the squadron commander concerning the enlisted force issues. She has attained a bachelor's degree in communications with a minor in Spanish from the University of Toledo, and she's also has her associate's degree in logistics and a graduate of the Community College of the Air Force. She's also mentee for women of color who need to reach their goals in educational achievements, and also is a mentee in the community. She's worked on projects with the Ohio Commission on Hispanic Latino Affairs. Welcome. We'd like to ask each panelist to share a few minutes about their compelling journey in Ohio. How did you make it? What challenges did you have to confront where you are today? And what factors helped you along the way? What would you say to inspire young women and new American women? What advice would you give them as you work to get ahead?